Any Valentine's Day plan?
Yeah, I think the day before I'm doing the NBA celebrity game. She's gonna come through. We're gonna do something special that day. But it's Valentine's every day, so.
I love that for her.
Can you tell me, what are your plans for Valentine's Day right now?
So we're actually celebrating the day before. What are we doing the day before? Oh, I can't say yet, but we're celebrating February 13th.
Can you give us a hint of it?
It's at the Kia Stadium.
Sounds very elaborate.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and we love the way that you love on Olandria. What are some of the things that you kind of say to her to affirm her that you never want her to forget?
You are beautiful. You are great. I'm proud of her every day, especially when there's a lot of hate in this world. To know that she's loved not just by me, but our families and a lot of fans.
So Nick was recently asked about his Valentine's Day plans, and instead of keeping things private like a lot of these guys do, he actually gave us details. He said they're celebrating the day before Valentine's Day on February 13th, and when the interviewer pushed him for a hint, he dropped that it's happening at the Kia Stadium. Now, if you already know what's going down at Kia Stadium on February 13th, then you already know why this is about to be a whole moment. But that's not even the part that got me. In a separate interview with Revolt, Nick was asked what he says to Olandria to make her feel loved, and this man's answer was so genuine and so thoughtful that I had to sit with it for a second. He talked about how there's a lot of hate in this world, and knowing that she's loved not just by him, but by their families and their fans means everything. And I'm going to break all of that down for you because there are layers to what he said that I think a lot of people might have missed. But before we get into everything, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button because we cover Nicolandria content regularly and you don't want to miss what's coming next, especially with everything they have going on right now. Alright, so let me start from the beginning because Nick has honestly been everywhere lately. And I mean everywhere. This man attended the Grammys, he's been doing press runs, he popped up at Clarence's Sugar and Shine Valentine's affair, he did an exclusive with Daily Mail, he sat down with Revolt for a full interview, he posted pictures at the MAW offices, and he's still in the middle of his DJing tour. On top of all of that, in just a few days he's playing in the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Like, when does this man sleep? Because the schedule is packed and he's showing no signs of slowing down. And what I appreciate about it is that through all of this, he keeps bringing Olandria into the conversation. He's not out here acting like he's a solo act. Every time somebody puts a microphone in his face, he finds a way to mention her, affirm her, or redirect the spotlight to include her. That's not something every man does, especially when things are going well for them individually. A lot of guys get a little bit of shine, and suddenly it's all about them. Nick is not doing that. So let's talk about the Valentine's Day situation because this is what everybody wants to know about. Nick was at Clarence's Sugar and Shine Valentine's affair, which took place about 2 weeks before Valentine's Day. While he was there, Daily Mail caught up with him and asked the question we were all thinking. What are you and Olandria doing for Valentine's Day? And Nick said, and I'm quoting him here, "We're actually celebrating the day before." The interviewer then asked what exactly they're doing, and he smiled and said, "I can't say yet, but we're celebrating February 13th. Now, when the interviewer pushed a little more and asked for a hint, he said, "It's at the Kia Stadium." Now, here's where it gets interesting. The NBA All-Star Celebrity Game is scheduled for February 13th at the Kia Stadium, and Nick is one of the players. So he's basically combining his big basketball moment with his Valentine's celebration. And I have to say that's actually pretty smart because Olandria gets to be there. She gets to watch him play, and then they get to celebrate together right after. It turns a work obligation into a date, and honestly, that's the kind of energy I think a lot of couples should take notes on. The Daily Mail article described Olandria as Nick's girlfriend, Aaliyah Kay, and noted that the two have been going strong since ending up together on Love Island. And when you look at everything they've been doing since leaving that show, going strong is really an understatement. These two have been building together in a way that most reality TV couples never manage to pull off. Now, let me also tell you about the NBA Celebrity Game itself because Nick is genuinely hyped about this. He went on his Snapchat and posted a message that I thought was really telling. He said, "Low-key, every little moment has led up to this NBA All-Star game. I hope they mic me up. Y'all are going to see a side of me that comes out when I play team sports. I had to stick with swimming because I couldn't talk trash and don't have to rely on teammates. Whether I score 1 point or 51, I'm playing like it is the NBA Finals Game 7. And I love that he's being real about it. He's not trying to play it cool or act like it's no big deal. He's genuinely excited, and he's telling his fans straight up that he might get a little competitive out there. And honestly, that swimming comment made me laugh because he's basically admitting that he has a trash-talking side that he's been holding back. We might see a whole different Nick on that court. The lineup for the celebrity game is stacked too. He's going to be playing alongside Glorilla, Cody Jones, Anthony Anderson, and several other celebrities. If you want to see the full roster, I can put it on screen for you to pause and read.
Days, you guys are on magazine covers, just getting bookings. How does it feel just to do it with your partner?
I mean, it's a blessing. Like to be on the come up with, you know, a partner like her has just been like the greatest blessing this year.
The baddest to do it, the baddest to be walking.
Speaking of her, is she on the carpet?
No, she's working right now.
She's currently standing on business.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that. Any Valentine's Day plans?
Yeah, I think the day before I'm doing the NBA celebrity game. She's gonna come through. We're gonna
I love
do something
that.
special that day. But it's Valentine's every day, so.
I love that for her. I love that for her. She has her winner.
Let's pray this is waterproof. Washing tooth be my probably worst pet peeve. Got the guitar chip from Sullivan King when I smashed the guitar. Sticked on there, very nice. That's lovely. Oh, it's nasty shit. Ugh. Oh my god. Alright, clean. Now let's pray that the camera survives. I think it's water resistant. As long as the SD card survives, we have nothing to worry about. Oh god, that is disgusting. Actually, you know what, I'm probably going to take out the SD card. Should have done that first. There we go. Should be safe. Oh my. That is foul. I keep you guys updated.
Now, of course, because the internet is the internet, some people have already started throwing shade, and you can probably guess where it's directed. Some fans pointed out that Nick is out here making it to the NBA celebrity game, getting all these bookings, doing all these interviews, and meanwhile Chris, the guy some people call Mr. Overseas, is nowhere to be found around any of these events. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into that comparison because this video is about celebrating what Nick and Olandria have going on, but I will say that the contrast is not lost on people. Fans are noticing and they're talking about it in the comments everywhere. What I also want to highlight is something Nick said to his fans on Snapchat that I thought was really genuine. He thanked everyone for the continuous support and said, "Thank you for the continuous hardcore support you all show me at all the events. The love in the comment section on every post I'm tagged in is crazy. Whether it is the grimmest comment section or NBA, there's always a lot of love, of course, besides the few board brain comments. No offense to the boards. Very grateful." And I think what makes that resonate is that he's acknowledging both the love and the negativity without being bitter about it. He's basically saying, yeah, there are some haters out there, but the overwhelming response has been love, and I appreciate it. That kind of self-awareness goes a long way, and I think it's one of the reasons why his fan base keeps growing. Alright, now let me get into the Revolt interview because this is really where the heart of this video is. Revolt sat down with Nick and asked him some really good questions, and his answers were honest, ambitious, and affectionate. Let's start with the first question they asked him, which was about his goals. They asked, "What is something you're looking forward to accomplishing? What do you want to check off your bucket list?" And Nick listed 3 things. First, he wants to DJ EDC, which, for those of you who might not know, is one of the biggest electronic dance music festivals in the world. That's a massive goal for a DJ. And the fact that he's putting it out there publicly tells me he's serious about it. Second, he mentioned Olandria's modeling career and said he'd love to see her walk in a fashion show for New York Fashion Week in September. And third, and this is the one that really caught my attention, he said Dancing with the Stars is the biggest one. He said, hopefully I'll get cast for that in the next few months. We'll see. I'm gonna turn on my moves for y'all. I'm gonna turn up. Now, let's pause on that for a second. Dancing with the Stars would be a huge platform for Nick, and honestly, I think he'd be great on it. He already has the personality, he has the fan base, and you know Olandria would be in that audience every single week cheering him on. If ABC is listening, wow, put this man on the show because the ratings would be through the roof. Nicolandria fans would tune in every single week without fail, and you know, social media would go crazy. But the part of the Revolt interview that really got people in their feelings was when they asked Nick about Olandria directly. The question was, "We love the way you love on Olandria. What are some of the things you say to her to affirm her that you never want her to forget?" And Nick said, "You are beautiful. You are great. I'm proud of her every day, especially when there's a lot of hate in this world, to know that she's loved not just by me, but by our families and a lot of fans." And I just need to sit with that for a moment because that answer says so much about where Nick's head is at. He's not just saying nice things to sound good in an interview. He's specifically addressing the fact that there are people out there who try to tear Olandria down, and he wants her to know that the love she receives from him, from their families, and from their supporters far outweighs any negativity. That's not just a man complimenting his girlfriend, that's a man protecting her peace in a public way. And I think Olandria needed to hear that, and I think a lot of us needed to hear him say it too. Because let's be real, being in the public eye as a couple is not easy. People have opinions about everything. They have opinions about how you look, how you dress, whether you're good enough for each other, whether it's going to last. And for Nick to stand up in interview after interview and consistently affirm his love for Olandria, that takes a level of emotional maturity that a lot of grown men don't have, let alone somebody who came off a reality dating show. The next question Revolt asked was also really interesting. They said, "You and Aaliyah are goals when it comes to your business strategy and being business-minded. People look at you both as a modern blueprint for what can be done after reality television. What are some of the key things that reality stars should consider when they want to branch off?" And Nick seemed genuinely surprised by the blueprint comment. He said, "Well, thank you. First of all, I didn't know we were the blueprints." And then he got into it. He talked about not sleeping, hustling, and recognizing that there's a short time frame to get a lot of stuff done. He mentioned that when you come off a show like Love Island, you have the platform to do anything creative that you want to do. And then he said something that I think is really the key to why Nicolandria has worked, where so many other reality TV couples have failed. He said, "Being authentic, that is what people appreciate the most. I went in there not expecting anything, but I received everything I could have ever wanted." And when he says he received everything he could have ever wanted, he's not just talking about brand deals and magazine covers. He's talking about Olandria. He's talking about the relationship, the partnership, the love that came out of an experience that most people go into for clout or screen time. Nick went in being himself, and what he got back was a woman who matches his energy, supports his dreams, and builds alongside him. That's rare, and both of them seem to understand just how rare it is. Now, Revolt also wrote a larger piece about Nicolandria beyond just the interview quotes, and apparently it's really well done. I'd encourage you to go check that out if you want to read the full thing, because they went into depth about the couple's trajectory since Love Island and how they've managed to turn reality TV fame into actual careers. Let me also mention this red carpet moment that I thought was really cute. Nick was at another event and an interviewer said, "You guys are on magazine covers, just getting bookings. How does it feel to do it with your partner?" And Nick said, "It's a blessing. To be on the come up with a partner like her has just been the greatest blessing this year." Then the interviewer asked if Olandria was on the carpet with him, and Nick said, "No, she's working right now. She's currently standing on business." And the interviewer responded with, "I love that for her." And Nick agreed. And I just think that says everything about their dynamic. They don't need to be attached at the hip to support each other. When one of them is on the carpet doing press, the other one might be off handling their own business, and neither of them seems threatened by that. They're genuinely two people who are building their individual careers while maintaining a strong relationship, and that balance is something a lot of couples struggle with. Also, when the interviewer asked about Valentine's Day at this event, Nick gave a similar answer to what he told Daily Mail. He said, "I think the day before I'm doing the NBA celebrity game, she's going to come through. When we're going to do something special that day, but it's Valentine's every day." And that last part, "it's Valentine's every day," is the kind of thing that could sound corny coming from the wrong person, but from Nick, it just sounds sincere. Because when you look at how consistently he shows up for Olandria publicly and privately, it really does seem like he treats every day like an opportunity to make her feel loved. Now, I know some of y'all are wondering about Olandria's perspective on all of this, and I don't want to put words in her mouth because she hasn't done as many interviews recently. But based on what we've seen from her social media and the times she has spoken about Nick, it's clear that the love goes both ways. She's just as supportive of him as he is of her. And I think that mutual respect is the foundation of why this relationship works. And I also want to address something that I've been seeing in the comments on a lot of Nicolandria videos. Some people keep asking whether this is all for show, whether they're performing for the cameras, whether this is just a brand partnership disguised as a relationship. And look, I understand the skepticism because we've all been burned by reality TV couples who seemed perfect on screen and then fell apart the moment the camera stopped rolling. But with Nick and Olandria, the consistency is what tells the real story. You can fake it for one interview, you can fake it for one red carpet. But when someone is showing up the same way in every single interview, on every social media post, in every interaction with fans, at some point you have to accept that this is just who they are. And I think Nick and Olandria are exactly who they present themselves to be, which is two people who genuinely love each other and are excited about building a future together. So, just to recap everything we covered today, Nick and Olandria are celebrating Valentine's Day on February 13th at Kaya Stadium, which coincides with the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game where Nick is playing. Nick has been on an absolute tear lately with appearances at the Grammys, press events, his DJing tour, and more. In his Revolt interview, he gushed about Olandria and talked about his goals for the future, including Dancing with the Stars, DJing EDC, and Olandria walking in New York Fashion Week. He affirmed his love for Olandria publicly by acknowledging the hate that exists and reminding everyone that she is loved and supported. And fans continue to notice and appreciate how he moves. I want to hear from you in the comments. What do you think Nick has planned at Kia Stadium for Olandria after the celebrity game? Do you think they should go on Dancing with the Stars together? And what has been your favorite Nicolandria moment so far? Drop your thoughts below because I read every single comment, and I genuinely love hearing your perspectives. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future Nicolandria updates. I will see you in the next one. Stay blessed, everybody.